Is the Trump administration playing a dangerous game behind the scenes, or is this simply a case of diplomatic miscalculation that could shift the balance of global power? We have to ask ourselves, why would a key U.S. official, directly appointed to manage the president's aesthetic and architectural legacy, be representing the American government at Russia's version of Davos while the war in Ukraine continues to intensify? Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories the mainstream media might be downplaying. Let's look at the facts. Rodney Mims Cook Jr. serves as the chairman of the U.S. Commission of Fine Arts. If that name doesn't sound familiar, his current project certainly does. Cook is the man tasked with overseeing President Trump's high-profile, and frankly controversial, White House ballroom renovation. This is a man who holds a significant degree of trust from the administration regarding the physical legacy of the executive mansion. But this week, his focus shifted from marble and velvet to the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. For those who aren't familiar, this forum is widely known as Russia's Davos. It is the ultimate networking event for the Russian elite, a place where oligarchs and government officials gather to project strength and invite international investment. Having an official U.S. representative walking those halls while Vladimir Putin is actively pushing his forces deeper into Ukraine is a move that has left political analysts and foreign policy experts stunned. It effectively breaks the standard diplomatic isolation that the United States has championed since the invasion began. Now, we have to analyze what this actually means. On one hand, you could argue that this is a private capacity visit, but the optics are undeniable. When you hold a title as specific and as close to the president as the chairman of a federal commission, your presence is an implicit signal. This isn't just a random American tourist walking through a Russian forum. This is a hand-picked official who is currently managing the president's personal renovation interests. The implications here are twofold. First, it suggests a fracture in the current U.S. stance against Moscow. If an official delegate is present, it signals to the international community that the lines of communication are not just open, but potentially being prioritized by certain factions within the American political sphere. Secondly, it raises questions about the administration's internal coordination. Does the State Department know about this? Was this cleared through the traditional diplomatic channels, or was this a side-channel maneuver intended to circumvent the established protocols regarding Russia? Critics are already calling this an act of betrayal against our allies. Supporters, however, might argue that dialogue is always better than silence, even in the midst of a brutal conflict. But look at the timing. We are talking about an economic summit that acts as a direct propaganda tool for the Kremlin. By attending, even if the intention is benign, it provides legitimacy to a regime that is under heavy sanctions for its conduct in Ukraine. This move could have major ripple effects on how our allies view American reliability. If the U.S. is speaking out of both sides of its mouth, sanctioning Russia in the morning and sending commissions to their economic forums in the evening, it creates a massive amount of distrust. It weakens our position, it emboldens our adversaries, and it makes the entire situation with the ballroom renovation look like a distraction from much larger, more dangerous international games. So what do you think about this? Is Rodney Mims Cook Jr. acting on his own, or is this a calculated signal from the top of the Trump administration to reset relations with Moscow? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I really want to know if you think this is a strategic necessity or a total disaster for American diplomacy. We are going to keep tracking this story as it develops, because if there is more to this than what is being reported, you can bet that the fallout will reach the halls of Congress before the month is out. This isn't just about a ballroom, it's about the direction of American foreign policy, and the risks we are willing to take for the sake of the president's vision. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Thanks for watching.